What's up, everybody? I hope you all having a wonderful day. Now, currently, I'm recording this at November 9th. I hope you all having a blessed day. And if you are having a blessed day, prepare for a great message, all right? Now, I really hope none of y'all are having a horrible day, but if you're having a horrible day, welcome to the club because I'm about to help you get inspired. I'm gonna get you moved. Now I'm going to start out with the volunteer. Now, if you choose to volunteer, the light. Choose to volunteer for the cars. I'll send you a pack. Then I'll send them to whichever location or address that you want me to send it to. Excuse me. So we're gonna get started because I love these kind of topics. This is a motivational topic. All right. I tie everything in with the motivational and spiritual because they go hand in hand. But anyways, let's get it started. Now we're gonna talk about it was necessary. Everything that you go through is necessary. Why is it necessary? Because in order to go to the top, you have to go through certain levels. Through certain levels, there are thresholds. Through certain levels, there are obstacles. You cannot just jump up there. We don't have rocket boosters. And if we had rocket boosters on the way to success, how you gonna stop and fuel up? If you try to boost up, you're gonna run out of fuel. If you go time by time, fuel up with gas, time by time, checkpoint and fuel up, time by time, fuel up. It might take longer, but it's more of a constant pace. You feel me? It's more of a constant pace. So that number one, this number one. Why was it necessary? These obstacles are all necessary to strengthen you, whether to strengthen your mind, your soul, your spirit, your physical strength, your business strength. It was all necessary. I'm telling you why it wasn't necessary. Because your design of how you do things, the way you have your routine, the way you motivate, the way you inspire people, it would not be like this if you didn't have things that clashed into your way. When you do not have things clashed into your way, you think you're doing perfect till you have something that makes you take accountable of what you're doing, and you either going to fight or flight. And let's hope you fight with the wrongdoings that you are doing. All right? Because if you don't learn to overcome the wrongdoings that you're doing in your business design or your design with your life, you will tremble. That's why it's nice. That's why it's great to listen to positive criticism and sometimes negative criticism. You have to learn. You have to learn to understand that it is all necessary to be at the top. All of these things are necessary. There is no obstacle is not necessary. All obstacles are necessary. You can trip up, you can fall as long as you get back down. It is all necessary. Say with me, it's all necessary. Because without them, we wouldn't be who were today. Without them, we will be spoiled. We will be spoiled rotten, and we will not be able to understand. We won't be able to understand life how it is, and we will take everything for granted. But that's why God gotta humble us and put some obstacles in our way, because the Lord's not gonna steer us in the wrong path. He's not gonna say, well, you going the wrong path, all right. Now, if the Lord tried to give you warnings and you do not take heed into those warnings, then the Lord is going to be like, all right, I'll let you do your own will. Because He's a just God. He is a just God. He's not going to force you to do anything. He's not going to force you to praise and worship for this amount of minutes. He's not going to force you to read the Bible for this amount of minutes. He's going to let you do everything on your own will. Because if you choose not to do it on your own will, you just won't get the favors of the Lord. And you have to make sure that you understand that praise and worshiping the Lord, it will always be necessary in order. That's the number one thing. In order to reach the next level of your life, you have to understand that it is necessary to always put God first and praise and worship Him like you cannot anymore. All right. I'm serious. I'm serious. That's the only way. That is the only way that you can level up. And if some of y'all who do not necessarily believe in God and just here for motivation, y'all y'all might level up, but y'all will level up for the wrong reasons. But either way, when you're leveling up for the wrong reasons, you will get knocked down because God will humble you. He will humble your behind and say, no, you get to the top for the wrong reasons, I'm going to set you down. I'm going to sit you down like how your mama did. Sit you down like how your daddy did. That's what he's going to do. He's going to be a father. He gonna be a father, cause I know my granddad did some discipline. Oh yeah. But anyways, we're gonna talk about overcoming the threshold. Now, overcome the necessary thresholds out there. Now, there are some unnecessary thresholds, such as things that you inflict on your own self, and there are necessary thresholds, ones that come with success. Without success is overcoming something. You cannot have success freely. It does not fall from the tree like, oh my gosh, there goes success. $1,000,000. Oh, value, profit. Ooh, market cap. Boom. It doesn't work like that. The reason why it does not work like that because it's not valued. If something comes down and just showered into us without us working for it, we don't take care of it as much. And the reason why we wouldn't take care of it as much because we don't have to work for it. And you notice when you work for something, it's very valuable. When you're doing your blood, sweat, and tears, it's valuable. Jesus has shed blood, sweat, and tears because we were valuable to God. You put your hardest in some. No, not the hardest, because you can still be self-efficient without doing your hardest. When you work efficiently and you put your heart into it, then you will understand the value. For example, you buy a car. Let's say you didn't have much insurance and you put down on a huge car note and you put down the down payment and you paying all this insurance. You're gonna value it. Why? Because you worked hard for that money and you're saying, oh, I need a new car. You worked hard for it, so you're gonna value it. So yeah, you're gonna get upset if somebody slammed the door because you paid for it. That's your hard work money. You broke your back and you sweat your behind off and you had sweat coming down your hairs because you worked hard for it. And when you work hard for something, it's just so much valuable. I value everything I do because I work hard for it. I value intimacy with the Lord because I work hard for it. I put it first. I put it first, and I put it last. I put it first, middle, last, because I love the Lord and I put my soul into it, and that's why I rejoice the Lord with all my might, because I value the Lord. Boom. I value the Lord. Okay, let me talk about my business. I value the business. Okay, or let's talk about y'all. Excuse me for the shade. Y'all value a business, or y'all value y'all business, value your clothing line, entrepreneurship, etc. You value it, so you spend a lot of time on it, and since you're risking hours of sleep, you're juggling with time on your hands. You sometimes juggling your work hours and making them less so you can focus on your entrepreneurship, because you value your entrepreneurship, and that is good that you value your entrepreneurship. And so you're not going to let anything get in the way of it, or you won't allow anything to disturb that passion to grind because you value it so much. That's how you overcome the threshold. You can only overcome the threshold when it's something that you love. If you're grinding for something that you do not love, you will not. It will be a threshold. You will mourn doing what that is. Whether it's working, you'll mourn doing it if it's not what you love. That's why when I was younger, I would not go to a job that I would not go to a job that I would not love. I wouldn't do something that I do not love, because why would I do something that I do not love? Gotta do everything in your heart and soul. Because if you don't do it in your heart and soul, you're a slave to it. Now, if you have a purpose for doing it, let's say you have a child, then that's your purpose. That's your passion to grind. If you're doing a job that you don't like, but yet you have a child that's depending on you, you're a single mother or you're a single father, and that child is depending on you, he's expecting some food on that plate. He or she's expecting some food, water, shelter, clothes on that plate. So that's that passion to grind right there. That's a whole child. if I had a child, if I had a child right now, that would be my passion to grind. I'd lose way more hours than what I already lose. That passion to grind will help you with overcoming the necessary thresholds because thresholds come with every step of life. All right, all right, all right. Ooh, I'm getting heated up. And the third one is patience for all necessary thresholds. You have to have patience. Why wouldn't you have patience? Because you cannot expect everything to come when you want it. It is going to come when you are about to break down, when you feel like you can't take no more. But there's that thinking bulb. That's that thinking bulb that say, "Ooh, I can just feel the change coming. I can feel the threshold going away. I feel like I'm stepping over the threshold. I believe that is coming. I believe. Excuse me. 5 years later, you give up. 5 years later, you give up. You can't give up 5 years later. Have the patience. Not all businesses can develop within 5 years. And I read up and it said majority of small business owners give up within 5 years. That's not good. That's not patience. You got the strategy, but you don't have the patience. I know I love saying this. I love saying this a lot. You don't got the patience, but you got the strategy. That's limited value. But you got the patience, but no strategy. You won't be able to go through the valley. Patience is what you need in order to be able to go through a threshold because there are going to be some Goliaths in your life and you will feel like grasshoppers compared to the Goliath, but you have to have patience to build up strength, patience to build up endurance and agility against those Goliaths until one day you know what? I finna I'm I'm finna rock you with this boulder. I'm finna rock you with this stone, and I'm going to defeat you. You're gonna overcome anything that's against you, whether it's something, somebody, or evil spirit that's trying to attack you. You will overcome it as long as you got the patience. And with patience comes endurance. Let patience run this perfect works. Patience is one of the best. I believe patience is one of the best fruits of the spirit besides love, because love branches out everything. But you got love and patience. Ooh, you got love and patience. Ooh, like you understand. Like once you have love, that's the most important one. But then you have patience, so that everything that's so then you start saying everything that come to pass will come to pass, and Lord, everything do it in your will, Lord, do a thine will. And it's just that once you have patience, you don't feel like you're not in a rush to have success, but yet you don't waste time. So it's like, oh, I'm not in a rush for success. Ooh, I can take my time. Okay, there was a mistake here. Let me correct it, and then let me overachieve what I messed up on. It's like when you have patience, when you have love for what you're doing, it's like the patience comes. So I could say love is the best fruit of the spirit. I believe love is the best fruit because love branches out to everything. Because it's like you can have, oh no, I think it's you can have many inputs but not a lot of outputs. Or no, 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 no. You can have many inputs but not a lot of outputs. Or if it's the other way around, correct me. Because all these other fruits, you can have them, but you could also not have love. But if you have love, you'll be able to have all the other outputs. So love is the universal input that can put out many outputs. But all these other fruits, it can have many inputs, but some of them cannot have the output of love. So that's the talk for today. I hope you really enjoyed it. Now, once again, if you choose to volunteer to share my cards, I'll send you some. I'll send you actually a pack of them. and let me know your details, your PO box or your mail address, or however you do the shipping and the billing. All right. Hope y'all have a blessed day. Stay prosperous and stay joyful, because if you stay joyful, then love will arise. And once you have love, you will have patience. And make sure you remember that everything was necessary. All right. You have a wonderful day. God bless you. All right. Bye bye.